Hey guys, so today I am taking you on an epic hiking adventure through one of Ohio's most beautiful gems. It's called Hocking Hills State Park. So we're going to explore Upper Falls, Devil's Bathtub, Old Man's Cave, and the Whispering Cave Loop, all in one day. Here we are at the trailhead board. You can see the trail map showing the George Overlook Trail and the signs pointing to Cedar Fall 3 miles and the Rose Lake Dam is 1.5 miles. But first we are heading towards the Upper Falls. This is one of the most iconic spots in Hocking Hills. This waterfall is just picture perfect. Water gently flows under a beautiful old stone bridge, and the whole scene feels like something out of a fantasy movie. It's one of those most photographed spots in the park, and like when you're standing there, it's easy to see why. There's something so peaceful about the sound of the water and the And now I'm heading into the cave section of the trail, and this part was hands down one of the coolest moment of the day. You walk through this narrow rocky pathway, and suddenly it opens up to this massive cave that curved right into the sandstone. It's huge, and the way the light filters in through the trees above gives everything as a soft glow. Honestly, it feels like walking into a hidden world. You can just imagine how this space was formed over thousands of years by water and craving its way through the rock. And yeah, and it was just magical. So right past the cave is the lower falls. You'll hear the water before you even see it. The sandstone cliffs and the natural rock stairway here are just like really unreal. It's like walking through a fantasy novel. And we're now following the George Trail, also known as the Grandma Gatewood Trail. It winds through the canyon, hugging the rock walls and crossing gentle streams. Definitely take your time here. It's worth slowing down for like every little detail. And then I found a quiet spot to sit and is just take it all in, watching the waterfall gently flow, surrounded by this mossy cliff stillness. The moment was just too pure and too peaceful. It was just so beautiful to watch and just hear the sound of the water. And this part of the hike is where everything really slows down in the best way. You're not rushing to get to the next site. You're just wandering along the trail and letting the scenery pull you in. The water trickles, the leaf rustle, and there's a kind of hush that hangs in the air. There's no big crowds, no noise, just the sound of the nature doing its own things. You pass rock bridges, quiet pools of water, and more cliffs that looks like they have been like sculptures by time. It's the kind of trail that makes you feel like very small and you're just under the big rock, like in a kind of good way. There's a rhythm to it, like the trail knows where it's leading you. Even if you don't, if you have more time, you could just take a detour to Cedar Falls. It's about 3 miles from here, and it's the biggest waterfall in Hocking Hills by egg volume. Definitely worth seeing. If your legs are still up for it, go for it. The Whispering Cave Loop, and every step was more beautiful than the last.